And we're live, people. Okay, great. Welcome to the channel. I was about to say welcome to the podcast, but I actually got to record glitter. I actually got to record for the podcast sometime soon. Um, thank you guys for tuning in and all that jazz. Uh, and this is a reading that I'm doing for today. There's some interesting things going on as far as planetary alignment that has to do with today. Um, and that's one of the reasons why I came on here, because usually you guys know how I am. If you don't know, I usually come on when I'm led by spirit. And even then, sometimes I'm a bit hard headed about it. But let's see. Leave that there. So I hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be a collective reading. And I called it the retreat because that's the word that kept coming up over like the past week. What's happening? Let me see. Right. Yeah, that's what had been coming up for me in the last week was about retreat. So, like y'all, I'll be finding out how it pertains to this reading. We'll be finding out together how it pertains. It's actually nice today. It's like nice out. The sun is out and everything. It's right. So let's jump right into it. Yeah, let's jump right into it. I hope you guys are doing well again. I've been up since like six something a.m. So I don't know why, but I'm in this very reflective space. And maybe that has something to do with the energy that is happening right now. Um, but I'm in this very reflective space. I don't know about y'all, but I've been feeling extremely sensitive to these energies. And I mean extremely sensitive. So one of the ways that I am learning to channel that energy is to do something productive with it. So that's the reason why I'm here. Because when you're sensitive to energies that this way, you're really in tune with the universe. And that could mean a lot, right? That can feel a bit overwhelming because you're receiving energies from everywhere. You could be, I don't want to say hit, but you can be uh, susceptible to energies all around you. And that can be a very intense feeling to be able to be able to be able to be, to be able to be in tune with all those frequencies and not know how to master it or not how to fine tune it. Like it can just be really loud and really staticky. Um, and so for the readers out there, or just for people who are intuitive, um, part of our process is learning how to fine tune that frequency to the station that I don't know if it's fine tuned it to the station. I don't know about that. I think it's trying to find like understanding that frequency by doing the dance. Um, Finding different tools you can use to help you to navigate those energies and navigate through those energies and disperse them in pockets, like doing tarot readings or dancing or moving your body in any kind of way or singing, learning how to, I guess, compartmentalize those energies into different sectors, which makes you productive, which makes you the master because you're able to um, place things where they need to be placed, and it helps the way in that way it helps humanity. It helps you at the same time. Um, Another way that I feel like will help with body sensitivity, a nerve sensitivity, frequencies help with that also, and what you eat and what you consume helps with that. And also, when it comes to your nerves being sensitive, um, a lot of the shadow work helps with that too. And I feel like that's the reason why we're so sensitive, right? For the ones who do shadow work, I feel like because you're continuously flushing your body of negative thoughts and toxins and opening up which opens up your chakras and have them activated. And when they're activated, it's almost like you feel like a newborn. You feel like everything's sensitive to you because things that you couldn't feel before you feel. It's like stretching, or sometimes like when you pop your knuckles, or if you're stretching your body and you pop something, it's like you're able to lean more into that space. You're able to go further into that space because whatever that was preventing you before has the energy has moved and it's made space. And now in that new space, you can you're more flexible. You're able to do things. You're able to go beyond what you thought you could go before and use your body in ways that you couldn't do it before, which makes you more, I don't know, like taller, or it makes you more agile, uh, flexible in all ways. Um, so yeah, it's like popping out of like moving the dark energy out, or understand it's like facing the dark energy, and then and facing it, you're stretching, and then you pop the bone or pop a muscle or pop something, and then there's space for you to plant a new seed and to lean into it more. So you're able to extend yourself further than what you thought you could because you sort of removed a blockage that was there. And so that may be the tone that is for this reading and for the collective at this time. I feel like we're leaning more into an empty space where we're able to plant a seed. And that empty space um, is sort of the reward for the shadow work that we're doing. So I know sometimes readers can get a bit overly excited, or about there's good, when they say there's good things coming to you, money coming to you, things of that nature. And not to say that doesn't happen, but usually if money's coming, it means that you are coming into alignment with the energy of that money. And so you're fine tuning yourself into this radio station, which means that you're doing clearing with the energy. You are leveling up your thought processes. You're leveling up your emotions, meaning that you are clearing out the dark and allowing yourself to be more susceptible to the light. You're inviting that in. And that process alone is jarring. It can be scary, it can be intimidating. It can feel like you're doing the opposite of what you should be doing because you're stepping outside of your comfort zone. And anytime you step outside of your comfort zone, there's you are uncomfortable. You feel like you're going through a space of being disturbed. And feeling disturbed, I mean, if you listen to Disturb You by Rihanna, uh, I think she even says it feel like the darkness is the light. uh, you feel scared, you feel haunted by your thoughts of your thoughts of who you thought you were and once was, and aligning yourself with a much, a higher aspect of yourself, essentially. But it doesn't feel like that when you're doing it. It feels like that you are abandoning yourself in a way. And so a lot of us are facing certain abandonment uh, situations that are coming up to the surface that maybe we felt like we had faced before, but we are facing again. So, yeah, that may be a thing. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna pull a few cards and see what happens. We are already 12 minutes in. Oh, let me tell y'all something else that happened too. So the first time that I was recording this video, it was 10:10. The time space that I'm in, it was 10:10. And then the second time I did it, it was 10:15, which is the date for today. It was like 1:15, 2024, but it was like 10:15, so it was like 1:15. So I thought that was very confirming that both of those times, those sequential patterns of those times was interesting. Oh, and I'm gonna put the link into my angel numbers books. I have two angel number booklets. uh no, they're on Kindle, and so you can like purchase them on Amazon. And I've done them in a way where they are infused with poetry, so which puts a different spin on angel numbers. I don't know. When I read, I like to read with rhythm, I guess you can say. So, yeah, I'm really excited about those, and hopefully, you guys will purchase them and be excited about it because that's what I did for y'all, for myself too. So, that 10:10 is significant to a lot of closures that are happening. I feel like there are a lot of closures that are happening with people, a lot of chapters that are closing. I feel like for some, you may have just come out of a space where you may have revisited a situation with somebody or something, and um, especially coming out of the retrograde energy, now we're direct. We're beyond the shadow period also. I feel like that a lot of us have come out of a space that we may have revisited, where we were revisiting things emotionally, things that may have come back up to the surface, or maybe actually revisited a person from our past. And showed up differently this time than we did before, and we showed up more as ourselves. Um, because this was a time of honoring ourselves and letting the cement of our foundations of who we are establishing ourselves to be in this new realm, in this new that was another word I was gonna say, in this new realm, in this new um dimension. We're letting that cement harden, um to begin to put the bricks on it. um so I feel like we're this is where we are laying down our foundation, and contingent on the choices that we made and how we honor ourselves or not will be the catalyst for the fruit or for the home that we build, whether it's going to be a home of sticks or a home of bricks, a home of sand or a home of bricks. And this this foundation may last for this foundation may last for some time. So I feel like it is imperative that we are cognizant and aware of what we're allowing in our energies, what we are entertaining, how we are defining ourselves, what we are valuing, how we are valuing ourselves. And that's another reason why I feel like the retreat, I guess here we go, we're finding out. I guess this is why the word retreat kept coming up, because it felt like we're needing to go within and love on ourselves. We're needing to go within to pamper ourselves in the best of our ability with the resources that we have at the moment. We're needing to, thank you, Spirit, we're needing to take those long baths, cleanse ourselves, really focus. There's a heavy focus on smudging and cleansing at this time, a heavy focus. Um, and I feel, and me personally, I feel like that there's such a heaviness in the air, and there's a heavy ness being released, and that's the heaviness in the air. I feel like there's a abundance of healing, abundance of light in the air that is being blasted into our DNAs. I guess that's what they call a DNA upgrade. And it is releasing us from toxins, toxic behavior, toxic traits. And again, when you are releasing yourself from toxic traits, it usually has to show up. And it doesn't necessarily, if it's toxic, it doesn't show up through, you know, everything feeling grand and everything feeling holy and everything feeling, or what we think holy feels like, everything feeling pure. It usually is going to have some sort of friction. There's usually going to be friction. Okay, so that whole love and light, that stuff right there, that's it's partial truth. It's not whole. That's only part of it. So the whole is also, you have to respect the darkness and the role that the darkness plays in your ascension process, because it's very important that you understand the darkness, because if not, you abandon the darkness and you abandon parts of yourself that has helped you become who you are now, and it creates a veil, a thick veil. It creates shade. It creates gray matter. And that gray matter creates confusion. And that confusion creates delusion. And so, I don't know if you guys have experienced it on your own, delusion and not knowing what's really reality, or the part that you play in your reality or not, and then being challenged by truth when it shows up is not necessarily a pretty sight on your psyche. So we're shedding that old part of us, that skin, and it can feel very uncomfortable right now. A lot of people could be, you know, triggering you at this particular time, and that's okay. You have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with, because you have to know that this is happening for your own good. This is what you call in so you can see it in front of you. You can see what's been blocking you. You can see where your challenges are. You can see where your limitations are for them to no longer have that same effect on you that it's had up until this point. And so that retreat is emphasizing that we be gentle with ourselves through this process. And being gentle with ourselves is also has something to do with who we are listening to. Because I know there's a lot of readers out there, there's a lot of spiritualists out there, but sometimes you may want to listen to people who can vibe with your higher self. And one of the ways you can determine that is if you're able to be uncomfortable with the conversation, but still be in tune with your heart and know that your heart is vibrating at a particular, a significant or a familiar vibration with the person that you're listening to and what they're speaking, and y'all hearts align. You know that, not the delusion of, that this person means well, because that's sometimes that can be delusion, what we was talking about earlier, where let's just say you'll think somebody means well, but they really don't mean you well, because you're living in that confusion and delusion, and then you wind up letting somebody abuse you and abuse your inner child, because that part of you have not been healed yet. You haven't taken time to heal it, and now you're living in a false reality. I'm talking about you've acknowledged that, and you've done that work, and a person can come to you and say a truth to you, and it may make you a bit uncomfortable, but at the same time you feel that their heart and their energy aligns with your heart, and they mean you well. They speaking from a place of being a vessel of light, of God, of the Most High, and you know that it's not any delusion, it's not anything that's crowding your judgment. You know that light because you are that light, and it's familiar to you. And I want you guys to be vigilant in who you guys are listening to and what they're saying, because a lot of people can say a lot of key words, a lot of key phrases in spirituality, and make it sound real good, but they can also be projecting their own unhealed wounds onto you, even through this computer screen. And I want you to be aware of that. So with that being said, and I really want you guys to be vigilant with that, I'm going to pull a few cards. I guess I'm going to pull a few cards. I feel like there's a graduation that just happened because the car stopped. I stopped the car on I embrace joyful opportunities. So I feel like you guys will be embracing joyful opportunities. Yeah, and then the Ace of Cups came out here. I do this. Oh yeah. What information do you have from the spirit? Yep, this card was already on top of the deck. So uh, you are the universe. Oh man, what was I gonna say? There was something I was gonna say. It'll come to me. So I have you are the universe. You have the Three of Cups and the Ace of Cups. This reminds me of I feel like that someone is being given keys. Someone is being given keys. So maybe someone is gonna get a new something. Maybe you're working on a new home, a new house. It's like someone is given the keys. Someone's been given keys, or someone has the power to create the life that they want. They have all the resources around them to create the life you want. So even if it doesn't look like it, you want to. The only reason why it doesn't look like it right now to you, if you feel like it doesn't look like it, is because you're not consciously aware of where you're going and what you're asking for and the proper steps that it's going to take you to get there. So this is the time to be realistic about your goals and realistic about how to logically get to that place if you're in that space. And if you're not in that space and you recognize that where you are is exactly where you're supposed to be, then you have a clean slate to monopolize off of the energy that you're in now, because that's what the energy is for you to sort of monopolize or maximize um, off that energy. It's like you have the wheel. You're like you have the wheel to deal. Is what I'm getting. The wheel is turning in the right direction. Um, Certain energies that are coming in. If you've been having flashbacks about things that have happened to the past, be still, because if you when you have those flashbacks, if you fine tune and get in tune with that emotion that you feel when you have that flashback, and remember to to send love to whatever you have that flashback. I don't care if it's something that someone made you mad, somebody made you punch, you feel like somebody made you feel like someone triggered you in some way, maybe you acted out in some sort of way, maybe you spazzed out, maybe that person spazzed out, maybe it was something ugly that, when you think about it, you like you should have responded differently, maybe more aggressively. That true essence of energy and emotion that you feel when it comes up, that's actually light. And that's actually the energy of forgiveness that's coming to you. And it's lifting up that scab of that wound that's been covered up, and it's providing nature's healing of light to come in. So allow that space to open up by remembering when you feel that essence of that true energy, whether it's anger or whatever, to also allow yourself to see it from a different perspective by sending it love or setting the intention of sending it love. So you may not feel it at that particular moment, especially if it's something that made you angry, but just set the intention of, okay, next time I think of something that pissed me off or I get a flashback about it, I'm going to send it love. And setting that intention is you telling the universe that you are open and available to receive love. And now the universe is going to take care of it, whether it be in your resting state, your sleeping state, um, whether it be in a state where you were just quiet or whatever, the universe is going to take care of the rest of it. But you have to invite the universe in to do so, because this is free will. That's what I'm getting. This is a free will planet. So that's what I'm getting. It's like you have the free will to choose, because you are the universe, how you're going to navigate through these strong energies that are coming through. And I'm also getting that someone has received their wings. So congratulations. Yeah, that was like a siren that happened when I said that. I heard siren. Yeah, somebody don't receive their wings, and so this must be the part the code. Okay, yeah, somebody's received their wings. Somebody is soaring. You may have even had dreams about hawks, or maybe seeing hawks. Yeah, some of y'all have been having dreams about birds and flying, or even like in your daydreams or something, and you've gained some wings. They're saying to say thank you, like gratitude would, if you infuse thank you, gratitude in everything, and things that you do, somebody ancestor is really cheering somebody on. That's my baby. That's my baby. Yeah, somebody's ancestors is cheering someone on, saying that's my baby, that's my baby. Um, keep going. This is the time to keep going and to not give up. And continue speaking your truth, especially for the tarot card readers or the spiritualists. They want you to continue speaking your truth in this DNA upgrade and continue going inward. I just recognize that the inward journey card is at the top of the deck now. Continue going inside and recognizing how you truly feel about yourself. Some of you may even feel uncomfortable in your own bodies right now. And if you don't, that's not for you. Don't take it if it's not for you. Oh, I want to thank Spirit because Spirit is the reason, is how I channel those messages for those angel number messages. So thank you, Spirit. I have to formally thank Spirit because that was some interesting channeling that was happening through those angel numbers Kindle books that I'm gonna leave into the description box here. Um oh, okay. So I'm gonna pull a few cards from. Wait a minute, I gotta say this. Somebody busting through the. Somebody see the. Somebody see the paradigm for what it is. Somebody see the paradigm for what it is. So someone may have stepped out of the box. If you know, you know. Someone may have stepped out of the box and understand how their manifestations work and how their light, how their projections of light works and how that pertains to the universe. Yeah, somebody done stepped out the box. Somebody has mastered an aspect of themselves, an aspect of manifestation. You're highly regarded in the spiritual realm if I'm talking to you. You may have been seeing 777. You know how to transmute darkness into light instantly. And so if you've been going through a lot, that has been for a reason. It was a classroom that you were in to transport you. Okay. So if you would like to book a reading, because there's certain things I'm just not, I don't know, I don't feel comfortable with saying on here. But I'll leave my email address in in the description box if this sounds like you. There's an owl here. If someone has some sort of association with the owl, also acorns. So we have ask for help. We're waiting, signed ancestors. So your ancestors are saying that they are here to help you. All you have to do is ask. Then we have delusion, fronting on confusion. So you are unraveling. Yeah, you are calling things out for what they are, and you are unraveling what has had you in a web of lies, a web of self-deceit. And now you may have people around you that are grasping for straws because they know that you know the truth. This may even be in a larger scale, may even be in a group, or this may even be in a group or this may even be society. You may be somebody that sees parts of society that is alive. Uh, yeah, and it says now you've fallen for a person that's not even me. So I feel like you're recognizing truly who you are and the conditioning. You're recognizing how conditioning has played a part in your choices and how you feel about yourself and your choices of how you like your personality. Like you're learning the difference from personality and your soul. I feel like you know what a personality is, what an alter is in your actual soul. I feel like you're getting in touch with your soul and you're standing on your soul. You're standing with your soul. Like you're doing some soul searching. You're these situations have caused you to do some soul searching to where you're learning to live in the true essence of who you are, the true essence of God that you are. You may be stepping into a godliness role or understanding your godliness role. And it may be hard for some people to understand and respect who still see you as something that you're not anymore. This could be family. Yep, it says rise, don't stop, get it, keep going. It's okay to be wrong, apologize if need be. Yeah, you're taking responsibility for your own actions and it's leveling you up. It's leveling you up. Someone may have had a situation where they misjudged something. And then it says, notice you first, then they will see you. So this goes back into that retreat, planning a retreat for yourself. Recognize who you are, even through your mistakes. And just because you apologize doesn't make you weak. It's okay to be vulnerable. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to feel like you need help and may not actually need help. You may just feel like you want somebody around, but you're able to get through this situation. That's okay to feel that way. Um, because you're learning how to stand on your 10. Yeah, you're learning how to stand on your 10 and you're learning how to do it with grace. And it don't mean that you won't be aggressive. It don't mean that. It just means that you're grounded in love. That's uh, like that's your main objective. That's your mission. Your mission is love. Regardless of anything that happens, your mission is love, and you are committed to love. And you have to recognize the love within yourself and the love that you deserve first before you want somebody else to see that in you. You got to see it in yourself. And the top of the deck says, a rose is still a rose, flower of life. So, regardless of what you've been through, how people have treated you, how you may have felt counted out, or anything, you're still a rose and you're still rising. And you still have the respect of your ancestors. You still have the respect of the spiritual realm, and you still owe yourself that respect and demand that respect because you are still a rose and you are still valuable. You are still um, gold. You are a flower. You are delicate. You have to honor all those parts of yourself. You don't have to be hardened just because you're going through a lot of hard situations. You can still be delicate and loving and know what it is to surrender. For example, so there was this person, it was a woman, um, that I was trying to she had children. Like this woman had like three, I think like two or three children. And we were low enough to get on this bus or whatever, I guess you can call it. And so I was like, she had like these a stroller, and then she had this thing this child was in. It was like a wagon or something. So I was like, "Oh, you're gonna need help with that." And she looked at me and was like, "No." And I was a bit like taken aback by. I was a bit offended by because I'm like, why wouldn't you? If somebody's volunteering help, why wouldn't you take it? And essentially, an older man had. So I was kind of like, I was just like, okay, and I let it go. And essentially this older man stepped in and helped her with it, and she allowed him to help. And I'm like, because she needed help. And it was almost like she felt bad that I acknowledged it out loud that she needed help. And it's like, why are you ashamed that you need help? And so of course I looked at myself. I'm looking at myself now about it, and I'm like, sometimes I've had ego issues or just hangups, I'll say, with asking for help or not wanting to look like I needed help. You know what I'm saying? I always want to put on a facade as like I got it together. And and I've been in situations where I've had to ask for help. I've had to ask for help. Like I've had to ask other people for resources. And it doesn't make you any less than for doing so, is what I'm getting from this reading. Like, you're still a rose, you're still a flower, and this is part of your awakening process by going through situations where you're able to be real and honest with yourself and your situation, and know that, okay, recognizing what you need and being honest about what you need, and recognizing that you need help doing it. And I think that's what this delusion, fronting on confusion is like recognizing that you are in a space where you can't do it on your own. And we can't do this on our own. And being truly honest about that with yourself. Oh, this is like my favorite. This one of my favorite ones. This is on the bottom of the deck. It says, "Hope is a dangerous thing for a woman like me to have." I love this. I love. This is from a Lana Del Rey song, but this lyric here has stuck out to me since the first time I heard it. And I heard this like some years ago. This is everything. This is everything. This is everything. Because like we were just like I was just saying, no matter what you're going through, if you just have a glimmer of hope of how things can go in your direction, you're already halfway there. You already ready to push through. You already doing the opposite of giving up. You're giving in and you're surrendering, but you're also remaining active and vigilant in doing so. And just a little bit of hope is dangerous for somebody who has the will of a lion, the will of a bull, the will of a goat, the will of, the best of the best, the underdogs, you know what I'm saying? That have been through the underdogs who have been through it all. And that's what I feel like this phase is about. It's about the rise of the sacrificial lamb, it's the rise of the underdog. And I feel like you're going to your goals and your fruit come into fruition. Because hope, man, for somebody like me, it's a dangerous thing. Because that means I ain't going to ever stop. I'm going to always keep going. I'm going to keep going no matter how difficult it is. Hope. And hope may be different for everybody. Your hope could be helping people and being of assistance to people. And that could be what fuels you. But hope is that light. It's that flame. It's that lighter. When you light that lighter up. You know what I'm saying? When you hit that lighter, you hear that snap sound and that lighter happens. It's that light that's within you that fuels you to keep going. Yep. Okay. That was fun. So if you like the book of reading, I have my information in the description box. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're already at an hour. It's too long. So, but until next time, guys, stay safe and continue doing your smudgings, your bath, your cleansings. Continue being consistent in doing so. So until next time, later, y'all.